It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so dope. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We repping our team, standing side by side. Win or lose, we carry that blue. Talk Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. In the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew. Chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. So the banners fly high under the sun. Every player on that field, together we run. With each kick we feel the passion ignite. For Chelsea our hearts shine forever bright. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so dope. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We repping our team, standing side by side. Win or lose, we carry that blue. Talk Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. In the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew. Chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. So the banners fly high under the sun. Every player on that field, together we run. With each kick we feel the passion ignite. For Chelsea our hearts shine forever bright. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so dope. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We repping our team, standing side by side. Win or lose, we carry that blue. Talk Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate.
Yes, good people, big up to all of you. Welcome back to Chelsea Perspective. Welcome to another pregame show where we take our time to dissect and analyze the manager's selection for the day and debate whether it would be better with certain players starting in certain positions. But I do hope you're doing well, and thank you once again for joining me. And we have a bit to say around 25 to 30 minutes to address some news items before we get to the pregame show, before the lineups comes out. And today, some interesting stuff. One from Danny Murphy. I haven't read the comments below that particular report because I know Chelsea fans will roast him alive. So once again, welcome to the Blue Morning Show. I do hope you're all doing well. Let's get into it without wasting much of your time. I'm going to go to the presentation window so we can start discussing the items we have lined up. And if you're following the show, keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. We have, as usual, the first person, the Maya Fowler, must win. Yep, we must win this game. If we lose, top five is gone. I wouldn't say that, but I think we'd be better of winning it again and solidifying our place in the top five. But I'm not sure how that would today's game is going to pan out. And Andreas Rodriguez, I wish I could read the language you used there. Paraguay. Okay, you're joining from Paraguay. Welcome. As long as you support Chelsea, we're family. Even though I don't understand what you've written there, but welcome and thank you for joining. And it looks like you've dropped a like already. We have 3 likes, but we can do a lot better than just 3 likes. The likes do go a long way. So if you haven't, take a second, drop a like on the stream, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. So the first item here, Danny Murphy. I'm not sure what Murphy is smoking, but pay attention to what he said here. I read a lot more of what he said. For me, it was just it just seemed that, again, he clearly you could say biased in my opinion. But this reads, Danny Murphy quoting him, I cannot think of a good reason if I am in the Chelsea hierarchy why I'd be giving him, okay, Moises Caicedo, more money and a longer contract than the one he's on. I'm not sure what to make of that, really. And what player has he been watching? Has he actually been watching Moises Caicedo? Listen, boys. Just 1 second. What's going on here? Give me. I had on playing on its own there. Okay, that's by the way. So what player has he been watching? I'm not sure. Maybe he's been watching a different player. Caicedo has been one of our best player since the start of the season. One of our best players. There are others also who's that have done it very well. But in this case, the players voted him the best player. And then the fans also voted him the club's best player of the season. I'm not sure what else Danny Murphy needs to see. Interesting comment, but I'm quite sure the fans they will roast him, and we'll get to looking at those what they've said to him. That's by the way. I'm not sure what this brother is saying there, but welcome. Enjoy yourself. Let's go. Yes, let's do it. Let's go. Chelsea need to buy Enciso. Tebejo, let me know. Do you think we should buy him? But this our brother from Paraguay thinks we should do so. What else do we have here? Big up everyone. Big up to you too, bro. I do hope you're doing well, and thank you for finding the time to join. So let's look at what the fans, Chelsea fans, has to say. What they've said already to Danny Murphy. It'd be interesting to read those. Let's get the likes up, people. The likes do go a long way if you haven't. Okay, bro. As you can see, that Tebejo says no. So let's look at what people has to say, what they've said to Danny Murphy right there. Give me 1 second. So I posted this one. No need reading my own comment with a YouTube short video that I made. Two comments out there. One says, my goodness. Okay, this is from Paul O. He says, "What a moron! How dare Chelsea want to reward a player for playing unbelievably well? No way regarding, no way. Okay, no way rewarding players for success. I could set a good example to the rest of the squad." Yeah, that's a good one, a good response there. And this Flag Stays Down podcast is, okay. Probably anticipating that the fans will roast him alive, and they're doing exactly that. But that one, the one above that we just addressed, yeah, is an example of the sort of thing he's going to get. What else do we have here? And who's Danny Murphy? Yeah, who is he actually? Um, Maya the rapper, big up to you. Big up Coach, big up to Bale, big up everyone. All positive vibes. A big win today for UEFA Champions League football. I hope we win. I can. We must not take it for granted. We must play like we want to win and then get a win. Come on, Chelsea, let's go. Danny Zaz, nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. We're getting closer and closer to 25K subscribers. We do have yep, big Maya the rapper. Yeah, who's Danny Murphy? Yeah, look at him there. The player is asking why Chelsea, why he's getting the pay raise, and I'm not sure what he was thinking when he said that. Chelsea boy right now. Let's reward on the performer. Yeah. Let's switch it around and reward underperforming players with a raise. Yeah, classic strategy. Yeah, of course. Let's see what else we have here. He said Palmer deserves that at the end. So which means clearly he was being biased. But Palmer doesn't deserve that this season. The only again, if you compare Palmer. Compare Palmer to Moises Caicedo has performed consistently. Since the start of the season. Even games that we struggled, he usually emerges as the standard player on the day. But Palmer, he struggled quite a lot this season. That's not to say he's a bad player, but you could argue had he been in good form like he was last season, that yeah, he'd win that easily. But I get it. This one says he said Palmer deserves that at the end. Okay, we've addressed that one. I watched this the other day. I tried to phone up and give them a good reason. The clueless clowns probably didn't pick up. That's why he's not there. Yeah, he's not that guy. I don't know how unintelligible he can be to say such thing. Honestly, it's as if maybe he wasn't. Maybe he's not been watching the Premier League or something. What an absolutely stupid take. Oh, they're smoking him. Who even is Danny Murphy? Yeah. So there's a chance this guy don't know him really. Someone finally said it. Okay, he's so good, but come on, let him get some more seasons under his belt before he wins player of the season or players player of the season. I'm not sure what to make of this particular comment right here. Okay, all right, I'm gonna move on from that. I hope he gets to see how Chelsea fans are roasting him. Very interesting right there. The next item we have lined up here, we will try to you could say just waste time with the news items we have until the lineup comes out. Okay, the lineup looks it's already out, so we'll start looking at it in a bit. Give me 1 second here. So this one talks about it reads Chelsea are said to be interested in Leroy Sané, and they would also appeal to him. So which simply means that Leroy Sané would be interested. He'd consider joining Chelsea. He's a player I like. I know a lot of people are saying he's old. He's 29. But we've been told that we want to switch things up a bit. We want to start signing experienced players so that we can start performing or winning things or doing very well. Or you can say more experienced players that can help nurture the younger ones. Sane, he's experienced enough and he's won quite a lot. So he has that winning mentality. I wouldn't mind Leroy Sane, but a lot of Chelsea fans don't seem to be interested in the club bringing him in. The second paragraph there is Clubs like Tottenham and Newcastle are not top-notch solutions for him. Not top-notch solutions for him. So he wouldn't want to go to those clubs. Yeah, surprise, surprise. What else do we have here? So this particular one reads that the game wouldn't be easy, but we should fight. I think the worst we can get, result we can get on the day will be a draw. But I am again. I suspect that the players they will show they'll be nervous, just like Atabeho predicted the last time, because now we know we have to win, and if we win, we will move above Manchester City in the table. So that's an added pressure to a very young squad, in my opinion. Maybe they're mature enough right now to be able to deal with such pressure. I don't know. But that's, by the way. Let me know your opinion. Would you like to see Leroy Sané at Chelsea? I'd like to see that happen. But do I believe this particular report? I don't. I'm not sure what to believe anymore. I get it. We've been told that we will sign a few experienced players to mix things up. Whether that happens, I don't know. A lot of people say it's just PR and everything. Big up to you too, the entire chat. I appreciate you, Marking Noom. I do hope you're doing well. So let's see what Chelsea fans what they have to say, whether they want him or not. Tabejo is there. What a joke. It won't happen. Sorry. Wow. Okay. Look at Maya. Interesting. Uh 2025, and we're linked to Leroy Sané. He's a fine player, and I like him. But that's just me anyway. What else do we have here? Um, Chelsea dreaming big again. Let's see if Sané wants the drama or just the Premier League lights. Okay. We shouldn't take this any further, please. Interesting. As IHM says, I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of that particular report, but that's, by the way. Okay, this is an insight. I know the lineup is out already. We'll get to it in a bit. This says that Tottenham 37 wins against Newcastle United and West Ham 32 wins against Newcastle United are the only clubs Chelsea have beaten. Okay, these are the clubs Chelsea have beaten more than they've beaten Newcastle United. Let me read that again. Tottenham 37 wins against them, and the West Ham United 32 wins are the only clubs Chelsea have beaten more times in the Premier League than Newcastle United. So thank you. What else do we have? Okay, but I think aren't we looking to sign him? I've not been following the story. I think I read something to the effect of us being on the verge of wrapping up that deal. I'm not quite sure where we're at with that one. From River Plate is a good player. Yep. Rumors are that we're trying to wrap up the deal and assign him, but I'm not sure where we're at with that one. So yeah, let's see what else do we have here. Newcastle United have never won a home Premier League game starting at 12 p.m. or earlier, drawing one and losing three. So if you're concerned that they've been beating us for a while, here's something that gives you hope. So if you can look at that and say, okay, maybe the worst we'll get on the day will be a draw. But that's, by the way. So let's look at the lineup, and then I wanted to look at the Google Insights. I haven't seen. Maybe we don't need to, but let's see what we have here. Okay, there you go. The lineup here. This is still same predicted lineup. They haven't updated theirs. More likes, people. More likes. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. We have 10 likes. We can do a lot better than that. So let's see if this reflects the lineup we're looking for, so we can discuss it. I don't think Sane is that much better than Nani, but there's something he definitely has over him: experience. Yeah, and that is a lot, in my opinion. It looks like this is the lineup. I'm quite sure, because I'm not seeing. Yeah, I'm not seeing predicted lineup text there anymore. So no surprises there. I think, even though I didn't do the YouTube Shots predicted lineup. I suspected this was going to be the starting 11, and it's Robert Sanchez between the sticks. The two center backs. You could argue at this point, it'd be correct to say that Trevor Chalobah and Levi Cowell are both the managers prefer the center back pairing. Definitely. Right back, Moises Caicedo, we know the application. Back three, when we attack, and the back four when we defend. Kukuri, so he's been voting quite a lot. Kukure left back. It's not like we have another option there. It's just him. Okay, which is why we're looking at Hato, because Hato, is it Hato or Hato? Can also fulfill the left back role and center back role. Two sixes, Romeo Lavia and Enzo Fernandez. Thank goodness Lavia is fit. I don't think they will play us in the midfield. 10, we'll be playing with two tens today. Given the application, I get it. You see, we call this the starting structure, the 4-2-3-1 structure. Usually the application is different. Right wing NATO, left wing Nani Maresca. We've seen of late that he's shown that he's more comfortable playing on the left hand side, and I think good thing the manager starting him there. And number 9, Nicholas Jackson. I hope he scores today. He looked frustrated when he was substituted during our last game. So not a bad lineup, really. Not a bad lineup. And I know some people, if we lose, they will start asking questions why the manager didn't give any of our right backs a starting place in the team. But everything comes down to his approach, and he has worked of late. And there are, you could argue, solid reasons why we experienced not a bump really. It was an issue because it took a while before we start drawing winning games again. If we lose this game, if we play badly, people start asking questions. But if we win, you won't hear much on social media, where you usually see a lot of negativity and all that. So let's see the players we have on the bench. Okay, we're seeing injured players here. Where is our bench players? I'm not seeing them here. Injured and suspended players only is what's showing there. Wesley Fofana, yeah, of course we know. Christopher Nkunku. Mark Gui still not fully fit. For Newcastle United, they have Jamal out. Joe Linton is out. Mart Taggart is out. And Lewis Hall is also out. Okay, that's good. But you can't say for sure that because it's because of the absence of Lewis Hall, they're going to play badly. They still have Livermont, Tino Livermont to do. I think they both play in the same position for them. I can't, but Livermont can also play in the right back position. I'm not quite sure what I'm saying. But that's, by the way, we have Tabejo in the house. Tabejo, big up and thank you for joining me on the panel. I appreciate you. Your thoughts on the lineup? Would you have done anything differently for me? No, this is our strongest 11, but I'm not sure why we're not seeing the bench here. But let's hear you, Tabejo.
Yeah, big up, coach. Can you hear me?
Yeah, crystal clear. Big up to you.
Yeah, big up to Chad. To be honest, like you said, don't change the winning team. The lineup at the moment they look stronger, so we will not affect the winning team. If we had an injury, I would say okay, add that another player for that injury player. So at the moment, I think the winning team is good for this game. Hopefully, the boys can just like the Liverpool game, even the Fulham game, and we build a winning momentum until the end of the season.
Yeah, here's something. I think it was Vince that shared that report, or maybe statistics that showed we've struggles in games where we had we struggled to win games where we had a lot of possession. It's actually simple. We do have a lot of the ball when we play against teams that defend deep, and teams that defend deep, we we found it difficult to beat them. So it's actually simple to understand why that has been the case. But when we have less possessions, with less possession, we've won games more. So I don't see, it's not actually difficult to understand why that has been the case, in my opinion. But a lot of people will look at it and go, "Wow!" So why not? Why not? Okay, try not to keep the ball a lot more like we've done in the past. But no, when you play against teams that defend deep, you have to play with patience. You have to, not be in a hurry to attack them because they will hit you on a break, which is usually the plan of those mid-table to bottom-table teams when they defend deep. They defend deep, try to lure you out and hit you on a break. So when we play against them, we try to play with control, with patience, and not be in a rush to attack them and make mistake and then risk conceding goals from a counter attack, if that makes sense. So, but I don't know why people don't understand that that's the case. But I think against Newcastle, it's going to be an open game. They need to win, so they're going to come out. They need to win. They got the same thing that you. I think it'd be the same thing against Nottingham Forest also. They have to play to win. They can't sit back and try to hit us on the break. If they do that, I think we beat them easily. Go ahead. It looks like you wanted to say something.
Yeah, also another thing, Newcastle are surprising today. They're playing all of their attackers today, Barnes, Gordon, Murphy, and Isak. And we don't normally see that. So very interesting lineup for Newcastle as well.
Yeah, probably with the mindset that we under persistent pressure, we usually make a lot of mistakes. I think that's something that's been common when we play. When we face teams that pressure us a lot, and if we don't counter press effectively, usually, yeah, we make a lot of mistakes. So that may well be the case. And we don't seem to be able to deal with good dribblers effectively. Tosin is too slow, and he hesitates a lot when it comes to passing. He holds the ball for too long. I think, however he plays is how the manager wants him to play. But the manager simply, I think, as I've said before, you'd be correct if you say, yeah, that Trevor Chalobah and Levi Colwell are both definitely the manager's preferred pairing. I mean, you don't need Einstein to tell you that anymore. But the point is, let's bring it back to Tosin. Tosin isn't too slow. Tosin is actually deceptive. I can't say that word. Deceptively quick. He reads the game better than all the center backs we have at the club right now. You can argue they're all quicker than he is, but he reads the game better. He can also. I think the better passer of the ball we have there in our defensive line is Levi Kowa. He's good at breaking the lines from the defensive line, actually. But I hope we'll keep him. I don't want him to leave because he's proven there are games in the Premier League, if you remember, had it not been for his ability to read the game and then go in for last ditch tackle to stop us from conceding goals, chances are we'll be 6th, 7th place right now. So let's just be happy we have him at the club. The manager, he's utilized him effectively, in my opinion. There's a chance he's probably not happy. Maybe he's maybe not happy with the amount of games he's played so far this season and would want to play more, and maybe believes that he should go someone else would play a lot more. But that's a small opinion anyway. You're entitled to yours. I don't think he's too slow. No, I think your job probably your that argument is driven by the way he applies himself on the pitch or the way he plays. That's how I rate it. Tosin isn't slow. Yep. He dictates the tempo. Yeah, even from the defensive line and very precise. Chalobah will have a hard time with Isaac. Um, I'd rather Chalobah. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Chalobah, he's been excellent of late. I hope we see that excellence from him today. Honestly, if he can perform at the level he performed in our last game and the one before, I think he'd be all right. Really, the people that has a lot of work to do are those the fullbacks when we defend. Just don't let the cross come in. Aerially, do I think Isaac will beat Chalobah? I don't think so. Chalobah is, you could say, let me just stick with relatively good aerially. Levi Cole, I don't trust him aerially, but we'll see what happens anyway. Let's see. When Caicedo inverts, the last person I want covering the wide areas is Tosin. Chalobah is the best one at doing that. I think I agree with you. I agree with you. Given the approach, it's difficult to see Tosin starting a lot of games. Yep, I agree because Chalobah can fulfill the right centre back role. He can also fulfill the right back role, which means naturally, he will cover the space like I said, the leaves behind effectively. Or you can say when we are attacking and he's operating as the right centre back, which is the application, it will be so he will do that effectively. But Tosin, I don't think will be able to fulfill the right center back role. So I agree with you. So now you go. That's a good point, but I don't think it's sensible to argue that he's too slow. He's not too slow. It's just his approach. Even overall, I get it. I can agree that he cannot fulfill the right center back role. Let's see. Okay, we can now see the bench. On the bench, we have Philip Jorgensen, Benway Badiashile, Josh Achibong, Malo Gusto, okay, Reece James, Tosin Adarabioyo, Keenan Driscoll Hall, Jaden Sancho Tariq, George Wesley Wesley Fofana is on the injury list. I'm quite sure. Why is this not scrolling? But that's fine. I'm just going to leave it at that. So, if you can hear me, what changes do you expect to see? I hope my screen isn't frozen. It looks like it's frozen anyway.
Yeah, the changes in terms of the lineup, if we're winning,
All
I can
right.
see the
While I
likes of
wait for it to fix itself, if you have any questions, drop it in the chat section and I'll try to address it. If you ask a very difficult question, I'll pretend I don't see your question. But that's by the way. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a
coach.
long way. It looks like is my screen still frozen? I don't know.
Coach, can you
All
hear
right,
me?
I'm waiting. If you have any questions, drop it there and I'll try to address it. Tobeho, are you still there?
Yes.
Yeah, I did ask you what changes do you expect to see? Okay, it looks like Tobeho, he has a poor connection. And I'm gonna disable some of this stuff here. I'm not sure why my system is struggling uh, to deal with it. You can say to carry the new systems. I'm not sure why that is the case. But that's why I haven't seen anything new. Not a bad lineup. So if you have any questions, drop it. We'll try to address it. Otherwise, we'll be calling it a day soon. And prepare for the post game show because we're definitely doing the post game show for this one because the conversation will be interesting, irrespective of what happens. We win, very interesting because a lot of people don't believe we're going to win this one. A lot of people believe we're going to lose this one. Withdraw, interesting. If we beat them, interesting. So whatever happens, the post game show will be quite interesting. Yep. So let's see. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. What else do we have here? Let's look at the insights here. What it tells us to try to make sense of what we're looking at and try maybe. I want to try and predict the outcome. Okay, let's see. Newcastle United, they scored 14 goals in their last 5 matches. I don't think we've we've come close to that actually. But Chelsea have scored 11 goals in their last 5 matches, so disparity of 3 goals. So they've scored 3 more than us. You could argue they've been averaging, you could say around 1.8 to 2 goals per game. Yep, and Chelsea have been averaging. You could say they've been averaging. Newcastle, I think I mixed things up. Newcastle they've been averaging. Okay, they scored 4 here, 5 here, and they scored 1 here when they lost. You could say, the average should be around three goals per game, really. Wow, or 2.5 goals per game. Um, Okay, so they scored a lot more than us, 14, and yeah, 3 more goals than us. So if we're going by that metric alone, you say yeah, they're definitely outscoring us. They're definitely going to outscore us on the day in, win the game. But there's a lot more to look at. Then Newcastle United and Chelsea have not drawn any of their last 5 matches against each other. So definitely there's going to be a winner. No, not definitely. Most likely there will be a winner because yeah, let's be honest here, you just cannot script football. Irrespective of what the numbers tell you, the game is played over 90 minutes plus added time. And at the end of the fight, when you hear the final whistle, that's when you find out who's won the game. So it says, so which means most likely there will most likely be a winner than a draw. Okay, let's see. And a disparity of 3 goals, even though in statistics that's not within the margin of error, in my opinion. But football is different, irrespective of whether they've scored 40 goals and we scored just two. Anything can still happen. We haven't lost in 5 matches. Okay, interesting. So we haven't lost in 5 matches. Though they've lost one and drawn one. So that particular metric gives you hope. Okay, Cole Palmer is ranked second in big chances created in the competition. 21 big chances in total created by Cole Palmer. So, if you're looking for copium, whether however you pronounce it, is the fact that we haven't lost in 5 matches, and in their case, they've lost one, drawn one. So if that gives you hope, okay, good. So you got your therapy. So Tavejo, they've been scoring a lot of goals, but we have to look at the teams they played against that they scored that many goals. They scored. Why is it saying remove Bobby? Okay, okay. They scored 4 against Manchester United, 5 against Crystal Palace, 3 against Ipswich Town. Those teams they don't have good defensive record, but I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of this game. I'm a bit nervous, but at the same time, I want my team to win. But that's by the way. It's going to be an interesting game, really. Bobby, big up to you, and thank you for finding the time to be with us on the panel. I do hope you're doing well. Your thoughts on the lineup? I don't think the manager could have done anything differently. I know the negative gang. They're not going to say anything now, except if we lose or draw the game, then they'll start discussing how he has two right backs on the bench and didn't start any of them, and how he's a one-trick pony and yada yada yada. But yeah, we beat Liverpool by 3 goals to 1. They didn't say much, except yeah, I heard a few saying Liverpool we played a heavily rotated Liverpool. That's the language that we're using. And had we lost that game, the argument would be, yeah, even though they rotated heavily, we still couldn't beat them. But that's by the way, Bobby. Let's hear your thoughts on the lineup.
Yeah, big up, guys.
Big up, big up, big up.
Yeah, I mean, this is the best we can do with the squad we have at the moment. It's capable. I particularly remember you were not confident and you were nervous about the Liverpool game and see what happens there. So you may have lost your predictometer a little bit. Look, this is an important game. This is a game that this team has to rise up to. The group of players, it's quite clear that what has hurt Chelsea yet again for the second consecutive, maybe even the third consecutive season, is injuries. Injuries to key players and a small squad. Now, people having numbers doesn't mean you have a big squad. I'm talking of quality
Yeah,
in depth.
quality over quantity. Yeah.
Yeah, quality in depth. What's on the bench? I mean, this bench it's somewhat acceptable, but it's still not particularly strong. There's nobody in particular that's going to come off that bench and be a game changer, as it were. I don't know what's happened with Nkunku. I find what's going on with
He's listed
him.
as injured.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I think it's very unacceptable, that sort of behavior. Um, But that's another topic for another day. This is a big game. We must be focused on it. It's a 6 pointer. It's as simple as that. It's a 6 pointer. Um, and are we capable? Yes, we're capable. But we must now. These boys are boys. They are the youngest team in the Premier League by far, but they are experienced in that they've been doing this for a while now. This is their second season. We have to be clinical. You spoke about Newcastle's goals. Isak, when he first came, he was a little bit injury prone, he was a little bit inconsistent, but now he's clinical. And he's not that old either. So, um, Jackson, we need some clinical finishing from him, and Palmer. If Jackson and Palmer are clinical, I think we win this game. It's that straightforward. If they're not clinical, that's where the struggle comes in for us. This missing chances, and they have to shoot on sight. You can't be dribbling the ball into the net. You must shoot on sight. And this is where I don't accept the tactics. I can understand them saying, okay, um, Maresca likes ball possession tactics to take away pressure. Okay, fine, yes. But when you're in the final third and in and around the box, you must shoot. There's no point in passing. The passing becomes ridiculous and ineffective. You must shoot. I take reference to PSG. PSG, I look at them very much as a similar team to Chelsea. They're maybe not as young, but they have a lot of young players. And they play maybe too much of a high line, but they try to play possession football. But one thing they always do, certainly from the two games they played against Arsenal, was we noticed they're sharp shooters. They take shots. That's how they scored. So we've got to do the same. We must be brave. Football is for the brave. We've been here. We're Chelsea Football Club. We've been here. We've seen it. We've done it, and we've got the trophies to show it. We've walked into arenas where we have to be brave. That's our history, and I'll quote Drogba. That's our DNA. This is the time we show ourselves, and these boys have to go to St James's Park, and they have to win today.
Here's something I wanted to talk about quickly, Bobby. In terms of shooting, I've heard the manager not on several occasions say, for instance, in the case of Sancho, he's told him find when you find space, shoot. You don't have to hold onto the ball or dribble. I think we've seen a lot of that. We're trying to shoot from outside the box, but it depends on who we're playing and space, in my opinion. But I understand what you're saying, but it's on the players mainly. Um,
Yes,
yeah.
it's that simple.
Mhm.
Some of the shots are wayward. I think that's inexcusable. Or what you should do is aim for and hit the target. Some of the shots are too weak. I'm not quite sure why that is. Players will say, "Oh, they've been running," and by the time they shoot the ball, they're tired. I don't think that's an acceptable excuse for a professional
Yeah.
player. Doesn't happen to other teams. So, we must do this. As I've said, fortune favors the brave. This is our time. This is our DNA. We have built an entire series of success by walking into brave situations where often we weren't the favorites, but we come out on top. These
Mhm.
boys have to go to St. James's Park today and they have got to win. I can't say any other way.
Yeah, and yes. Why? What gives me hope in this game is that Newcastle, the situation is not one that they'd sit back and try to hit us on a break where they have nothing to lose. They have a lot to lose. They will come at us, and like Tobejo explained, he's starting more attacking players today than usual. So it will be an open game, and I think that makes it the sort of game that we like to express ourselves and win. Um, so that gives me hope. The fact that they're not going to defend deep, they will come at us with everything they have. But one one issue I have, one concern, but it looks like we've learned to deal with persistent pressure from the opposition because at the start of the season, when we face persistent pressure from the opposition, we do make a lot of mistakes. We did make a lot of mistakes during that time, but I think that has improved. Even though you don't see Levi Cowell
What,
panicking
what,
or Trevor Chalobah panicking and
why?
making silly mistakes. Go ahead, Bobby.
Why do you have to face persistent pressure? I mean, you've got to. You see, this is what I want from this Chelsea team. I don't want today. Newcastle's going to be very physical, very aggressive, very fast paced. They're going to be in your face. I
Mm.
don't want today to see the player lying down, writhing on the floor to be a Chelsea player. I'm sick of it. I've seen that shit. I don't want to see it anymore.
But it hasn't happened
You
for
you
like in four
you
games
you
now, right?
you must be fit, strong, and ready.
Mm.
They will come at you, and you've got to come at them back. The second thing is okay. They'll mount some pressure. Then you defend. This is football. This is Premier League football. The fittest, the strongest. You fight for the right to play. And this is what they have to do today. We can hit them on the counter. If they come with so much attack, the ball over the top has got to be away. It's just got to be away. You can't be passing around in your half when they're camped in your half. It's ridiculous. So some intelligence, some strength, physical strength, and we will win today. I have no time for nerves in this sort of thing. It's here. The game is going to happen. Go there, stand up and win. I cannot understand how this is Chelsea. This is not some team that hasn't had any money spent on it, doesn't have quality players. We have the best. Go there and show you're the best. It's that simple, coach.
Yeah.
Okay, it's simple to say, but this is it. This is what you play football for. This is what you're paid for. You're not paid to lie around on the injury table. This is your stage. Go there and win. I can't accept anything else from Chelsea.
Yes.
Newcastle are a very, very good team. They're on a high, but we are a better team. I truly believe that, and we have to
I
show that
mean, it
today.
makes sense to say that because in our last five games, we won our last five games. They lost one and drew one. Here's something else I wanted to say quickly is I don't think there'll be a lot of passing the ball around today because yeah, it's going to be an open game. They
Actually,
Yeah, it's a game they want to win it because if they don't win, they risk
coach,
dropping
I
out of
don't.
top five.
To be honest, I don't care what they want to do.
Mhm. No, I'm
It's
just
not
saying
about
it gives
them.
you an
This is
idea of the
about
sort of
us.
game. Yeah, my point is it gives you the idea of the sort of game we'll see today. You
Well,
get the point. Why I am trying to see things from their perspective. How do I expect them to play today? I expect them to come at us because they want to win. That gives you an idea of the sort of game we'd see. Because here's the way I've learned we play under Maresca. Once there is space, no passing, no slowing the game down. We go like this. Once the opposition come at
coach,
us. But once the opposition
these are
defend deep, that's when you see a lot of passing around. But go ahead with what you were saying.
these are the days where I'll quote Drogba, your DNA, your pedigree comes to the fore. You are Chelsea Football Club. On the 19th of May 2012, you walked into the Lions Den. You walked into the Allianz Arena in Munich
Their
and you
carpet.
beat Bayern Munich, the mighty Bayern Munich,
Mhm.
on their patch.
Mhm.
You have to tell these boys this. This is who you are. This is who you are. Stand up now and be counted. That's all I say to them. They're not a bad team. Newcastle is an
Yeah,
excellent team, but so was Bayern Munich. So
when
was
you say
Manchester
yeah,
City. Remember your history. So
yeah,
was Benfica. I'm talking of the glory points in Chelsea's football club. These boys have to reenact that today.
when you say we I think we're seeing things that you could argue that suggest the mentality of the collective you could say of the team has improved. I think it has. And that was why I did see a few, you could say, accounts on X sharing the picture of the mentality guy we hired, the former rugby player. But I'm not going to go to the extent of, you could say, saying he's the reason why we're seeing improvement in terms of mentality. But overall, I'm just happy that I'm seeing signs that the mentality of the players has improved, in my opinion. And was still even defending how towards the end of games, the manager just decided, okay, let's close shop, and they defend effectively, and we've won 2 games.
Well, this is the
Yeah.
kind of game that giants are made. The defiance of players that we had of old, like Tony Rudiger. At the Dragon Stadium in Porto. These are the games that the characters are
Mhm.
made. We have the characters, they've got to be made. If not, they can forget about playing big time football. This is why they came to Chelsea. This is what they're doing here. This is their time. I don't want to hear, oh, Real Madrid wants its player. Nobody gives a shit about you until you make your mark. It
Yeah.
starts today. All I
Yeah.
want to hear
Mhm.
today.
Yeah.
I don't care about the opposition. I don't. What I want to see is defiance, arrogance, strength of body, strength of mind, and the determination to win. That's Chelsea Football Club.
Yeah, I hope so. And Hassan, Tabitha, you want to add anything before I go? I get what we have in the chat, and it's the demo night here saying this is an interesting one, and I think that's a sort of comment, Bobby. I know you'd like to address it. It reads: a lot of Chelsea fans have been predicting Chelsea to lose for the past 3 weeks. It seems like some want it to be proven right more than the team succeeding. Oh, nothing new there. I know a few that I don't talk to anymore. So I'm not surprised
Mm,
that Tomato, you can see the comment on the screen, right?
yes, I can see.
Yeah. So there are a lot of Chelsea fans that are like that, and some of them we're not hearing from them for a while because we've been winning. But the moment we lose a single game, you start hearing from them again. That's how they are. So Tomato, let's say
Sorry,
you. I'll bring back.
I was trying
Okay.
to unmute and
Yeah.
I logged myself out. Coach, you know what? At this point in time, these people are irrelevant. They're not important to Chelsea. Our DNA is made of games like today. These people don't know what Chelsea means. They're trollers. They're trollers. Today isn't about them. Today is about us. Today
Mhm.
is about those that stand with the club, is about those that walked into that arena with them back in May 19, 2012. I'm trying to remind us of our history. This is where you hold your head up high and you go to war. These people they're not important to us at all. I wouldn't even be thinking, talking, or referring to them at all. Not today. Not today. Sorry, but talk to the hand. We talk with Chelsea today.
Yeah, Tomato, let's hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, crystal clear.
Yeah, as you are saying, you're right, coach. Every time we win a match, no one will say anything. When we lose, we cannot see skeletons unveiling themselves in the graveyard. So at the end of the day, no matter what people think about the players of Enzo Maresca, it's all about the team. I always say this. It's all about the team getting the support from the fans. Stop being the players because the players, if you build them, they won't be happy and they might not perform at their potential because someone is booing while you are playing. It's wrong. Let's support the team until the end. And the club can decide at the end of the season what to do. Sell the players, sell the coach. I don't care. As long as supporters, we do our job by supporting the team.
Yeah, that's the job of the fans, but unfortunately, a lot of them, like the Demonatics has said there in the chat, they want to see the team lose to be proven right. Unfortunately, some of them I used to be very close too, but I've learned to distance myself from them because they're toxic, in my opinion. So if you have any questions, I'll drop it in the chat. Otherwise, we'll be calling it a day soon. So if you want to go get a coffee or whatever you sip on while you watch Chelsea play, you can go do. I don't know. I think I expect an open game. Tobeho, how about you?
Yeah, I agree with you. And also, these are the kind of games that give us a chance to win because Newcastle one see there's a low block, which I don't want. So if they play their game today, I think we stand a chance to win this game. But as always, we say here, we need to be clinical. This is the main issue I'm having at the moment. I know our attackers are starting to get form, but they should focus. We need to be clinical. And also in the final third, I think it's important to make the correct decision because we see sometimes Noni, Palmer, you call them, they make mistakes by overdoing things or not doing enough. So we need to be clinical so that we can help our defense because we can always depend on the defense to win us games. Our attackers need to do more. They need to be clinical, do their job, and they're going to motivate our defense. Simple as that.
Yes, this is something else that makes me happy. Cole Palmer's improved form couldn't have happened at a much better time. Yeah, and he started speaking. He was in tears right at the end of the game. But that's, by the way, that particular game against Newcastle, against Liverpool. But you could see that something changed. He could have had a goal that hit the woodwork and out, and he was a different player on the day. I think that's it. I think he's back, in my opinion. I think he's back. Even the post interview, the game post interviews, if you heard things he was saying, the way he spoke, he did speak confidently. You could tell that, yeah, he's regained his confidence, in my opinion, because the way he took that chance that he hit the woodwork. He showed a lot of confidence, even to dribble the guy the way he dribbled him, and then was face to face with Allison, but was unlucky. I think he's back, and that couldn't have happened at a much better time. I'm happy. What do you think, Tavejo?
Yeah, I agree with you. I know people will say we have Kolpama FC. Look at this. Kolpama is our main man. It's our main guy. No matter at his age, we need him to perform at his best so that we can win games, just like we did with Eden Hazard. Hazard at Chelsea, without him performing, we are sometimes struggling to win games. No matter whether he score, assist, or creates a goal, but he was our main man. So now Kolpama seems like now is the right time to find his mojo again. And I'm happy. Hopefully today he score another goal, and hopefully Nicolas Jackson too, because we need them to score goals.
Yeah, the fact that he's shown improved form, I think he will help keep the Newcastle the defense. Will keep them busy, and he's very he applies himself in a fluid manner, never in a particular position. Switches from left, right, central. So I like it that we play with a fluid approach. I like it whether we don't have a traditional number 9 right now. Jackson also applies himself in a fluid manner. I think the way we play, if you heard, I think it was Van Dijk, Virgil van Dijk, the Liverpool defender, in his post-game interview, say there was a lot of movement. But when you have a traditional number 9, you don't have a lot of movement because they will almost always be in the box and waiting for the crosses to come in for them to get at the end of the crosses. But when you play with hybrid number 9s, they can rotate, and that usually is, for me, in my opinion, it's usually more difficult to deal with. I get it. Some would say you need a powerful number 9 more. So I'm not saying we shouldn't sign a number 9. I'm just saying at the moment I'm happy. Actually, the way we play, the way we attack, usually it's not the easiest to deal with if you're a defender because, like Van Dijk said, a lot of movement. It makes it very difficult. Nkunku asks to be Okay, to be sold in January. We shouldn't have priced him out and let him go to Bayern. The new owners, they operate differently. They are never in a hurry to sell a player. If they put the price on a particular player, that's how much they're gonna get. Hardly ever have I seen them sell a player for less than how much they want to sell that player. If you remember when was it Arsenal came calling, we rejected their initial bid. And people were like, what are we doing? Take it, then give them Kai Havertz. They're like, nope. And Arsenal had to pay. Same with Manchester United. Uh, so no, Nkunku, they will get how much they want for him, honestly. And I'm happy. Newcastle 5-2-3-1, 5-5-2-3, so to speak, with wing backs all 4-2-3-1 with attacking midfield. Not sure. I'm not sure how they apply themselves. But Eddie Howe is an
Four two
intelligent
three one.
4-2-3-1. Okay. Is that the application too?
Yeah, I think so because they have Tonali and Bruno Gamares as the midfielders. Also, they have, like I said, Barnes and Murphy and Gordon as a sort of attackers behind the striker. So I don't know which one of them will play as a 10. So we'll see how they play during the game.
The Demonac is saying it's going to be 3-1 at Chelsea. I hope to see that. We've been defending it effectively of late, except for that set piece goal we considered against Newcastle United. So let's see what the manager has to say here. I saw that in the Fifth Stand app. Speaking ahead of kickoff, Maresca is hoping to carry our momentum from recent results into an important contest at St. James's Park in our bid to secure a place in the top five. He says it's an important game for sure. He began. If he doesn't say for sure, I'd ask him for his ID. Uh, we had the same lineup against Everton and Liverpool. They are doing well, and we are doing well. It will be a tough game with a tough opponent who will be very aggressive, like Bobby said. Yeah, definitely. Hopefully we can be ready for sure. We are in a good moment, and we have won the last five in a row. But every game is a different game, and it's simple, really. You can just you cannot script football. And here's some. The truth is, again, our form has improved, and a lot actually. I was wondering why aren't we hearing a lot from the negative gang? It wasn't until I think a few days ago, 3 days ago or so, or 2 days, when I looked at our recent results, I was like, oh, okay. We don't see we're not seeing a lot of them of late because we've been winning. We've been playing well and winning games too. Let's see what I've answered your question. I think you can see my comment there. So keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Big up to you too. Richard Money Makers. According to my sources, the coach has given a passion motivation speech to beat this Newcastle team. Bobby will like that, and this young team can do it. Bobby doesn't like weak players. You have to show strength. You have to show that you can deal with physicality of the opposition, which is why you can say he's been preaching for us to sign bulkier players, for lack of more or more specific language there. But you get the point. We need to mix it up with taller players, stronger players. We don't need, like Bobby, the language Bobby would use, weak links everywhere. Jay is in the house. Jay, nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. Going to be a very tough
Truth is,
match.
coach.
So
Truth is, coach.
just 1 second. Would be amazing if we get away with all 3 points. 2-1 Chelsea. Okay, let's hear you, Bobby. Go ahead. Sorry.
Truth is, coach, we're better than this team.
hmm
We are better than Newcastle. We just have to show it. You know, where we've allowed our clumsiness and our shooting ourselves consistently in the foot to take away our courage. This team is not better than us. They may bully, you know, they've got a few guys that score goals and here and there. But today, they will see a team. And we have to show them that. We will beat this team today. We will beat them if we show up as we can. We're
Mhm.
better than them, and we have to show it today.
Would you say that they're more of a unit than us?
No, I would not. I
Okay.
would not. They have a good coach. They're well, rehearsed within what they do, but there are levels in football. We have allowed ourselves and our injuries and weak mentality and childishness to be giving these people a sniff. Yes, it's going to be a well fought game, but we are the better team, and we have to show that today.
Yeah. Tobe, anything else you want to say? All right. If you're in the comment section and you have any questions, drop it. Otherwise, we'll be calling it a day in a minute or two. Let me just do something here. Quickly. All right, people, more likes. I think we have 15 likes in total, and that's not easy, even though we haven't streamed for a while. So thank you to all of you that have taken a second to drop a like on the video. Sincerely do appreciate you all. 17 likes in total. That's not easy. So I want to say thank you to Tabejo for finding the time to be with us on the panel here. Same thing with Bobby. Tabejo, anything else you want to say before we call it a day?
Like I said, coach, we need to be clinical, and I think we'll be fine.
Yep, take
Hence
our
the issue
chances.
of, yeah, take our chances because I know we're going to create chances, but it's how we react. So
Mm.
Noni Madueke's matches is doing well at the left hand side. He should shoot more because always he have a good chance to shoot. Sometimes he doesn't do that. So hopefully today again, just like the Liverpool game, we managed to win this game. And then my prediction will be 2-1 Chelsea, but it won't be easy.
And if we win today, a win will significantly improve our chances of finishing in the top five. Yep.
Not
And yep.
Not really, because
I'm
Aston
saying
Villa is still there.
significantly improve because we'll actually go ahead. Go ahead. Let's hear your what you will have to say.
No, I understand you, like you said, it will improve our chance to qualify in the top four. For example, if we win today and against Manchester United on Friday, I think that's it. We qualify to the Champions League. But since Aston Villa won and Forest are going to play the South City today, so still we have a lot of things to do.
Yeah, that win means Villa are still lurking behind. So they're there. So thank you to all of you. Thank you to Bego. Thank you, Bobby, for finding the time to join us. Thank you, the Rich Money Makers. Thank you, Jay. Who else was here? And thank you for joining us. Thank you to Demonat and the Paraguay brother that was here. Makin New, thank you. Andreas Rodriguez from Paraguay, thank you for joining us. Maya, the rapper, was also here. And if I miss your name, apologies. Danny Zas, if I miss your name, apologies. See you guys next time. God bless us all. And cheers.
Wake up, it's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We repping our team, standing side by side. Win or lose, we carry that blue. Cause Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. In the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew, chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. So the banners fly high under the sun. Every player on that field, together we run. With each kick we feel the passion ignite. For Chelsea our hearts shine forever.